Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Max IC channel. For this month's theme, we once again will be doing AniMay, where we'll be making 4 more recipes inspired by animated pieces of entertainment. For our second episode, we will be taking another look at the stone world to make some Gambas al Ajillo from Dr. Stone. For this recipe, you will need 1 pound of large shrimp. I recommend using unpeeled shrimp, but either works. You will also need some salt, a 1/3 cup of olive oil, 8 to 12 cloves of garlic, 1 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, 1 teaspoon of paprika, a 1/4 cup of dry white wine, half a lemon, a 1/4 cup of fresh parsley, and if you wish, you can serve this with some crusty bread. This will make about 2 to 4 servings, so just as needed. First, we'll prepare the ingredients, so if you need to, defrost your shrimp by running some room temperature water over it until it softens. Then drain them from the bowl and pat the shrimp dry. Next, return the shrimp back to a dry bowl and season this with some salt and set this aside for later. Next, for your garlic, finely mince up 2 to 4 garlic cloves and mix this into the shrimp bowl. Then, for the rest of the garlic cloves, smash them with the flat of your knife and set this aside. Next, heat the olive oil over medium heat until it starts to shimmer, but make sure it's not smoking. Then add in the smashed garlic and let this fry for a few minutes until the garlic turns a light golden color. Next, stir in the red pepper flakes if using and cook this until aromatic. Then add in the shrimp and paprika and cook this for a few minutes, tossing it regularly until the shrimp turns pink. Then once the shrimp is fully cooked, remove the pan from the heat and stir in the wine, lemon juice, and parsley to create a sauce, and add some salt if needed. Next, transfer the shrimp and sauce to a serving bowl. Serve this with your crusty bread and lemon slice if desired. And with that, your Gambas al Ajillo is ready to eat. For this week's recipe, we return to the world of Dr. Stone, where humanity, led by the brilliant-minded Senku Ishigami, attempts to rebuild civilization after everyone turns to stone. Last year, we recreated the homemade Senku Cola recipe, making a pretty convincing dupe out of cilantro and limes. So for this year, with the newest season of the Dr. Stone anime being aired right now, I thought it'd be fun to highlight another recipe from the series. Of course, with everything being frozen in stone for thousands of years, all the food and dishes created no longer exist, and only remain in the minds of those who knew of them from before the mass petrification. But as an act of cultural preservation, after obtaining the ingredients they needed for further exploration, Senku and his team recreated iconic dishes from locales from around the world to reintroduce them to their respective peoples after waking them up from petrification. And so, after obtaining olives from Spain, the team creates the Spanish ajillo to highlight the newly acquired olive oil. In the manga/anime, they never clearly specified what type of ajillo they made, but based off of the picture, it seems to be an ajillo made with various seafood like shrimp and clams. But to keep things simple, and since it's the most well-known type of ajillo, I thought I would highlight Gambas al Ajillo for this recipe. Gambas actually refers to a larger variety of shrimp, with ajillo referring to the garlic sauce the shrimp is cooked with. Since this dish is relatively simple in terms of ingredients, I recommend using shrimp with the shell still on, as it imparts a lot more flavor to the shrimp. Plus, by frying the shrimp, you can actually eat the shell if you wish for some extra crunch and fiber. But you can of course substitute pre-peeled shrimp or any other seafood you like when making your ajillo, and it should turn out just as delicious. But regardless of what seafood you use, this spicy Spanish dish will be a great way to highlight the natural flavor of olive oil, whether you bought it from the store or pressed it yourself. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. In the comments below, let me know how it went if you decided to make it, and let me know if you have any questions or if there's anything you want to make next. Like this video, share with your friends and family, and subscribe to or follow this channel for more episodes of the Max AC channel. And remember, if you want to stay cool in the kitchen, turn your AC to the max and watch the max AC channel. Then add in the shrimp.
Too much.